everyone, welcome to Thursday night's calendar with Duncan Wood and Christine Talbot.
Yes, we'll be reporting from France on the man they've dubbed the Beast of Ardennes in a minute, but there's much more on tonight's programme.
A new start for the baby given just 10 minutes to live. 10 months on, Sophie's fighting fit.
When they said we could first bring her home, like I say, I just didn't think we would ever be bringing her home. And I can't thank the doctors and nurses at the hospitals enough.
Well, next tonight, to a little girl who was expected to die within 10 minutes of being born, but who defied the odds and the doctor's predictions to survive.
Yes, little Sophie Wakelin from Rossington near Doncaster was born prematurely and had a rare condition that affected most of her internal organs.
But now her parents have hailed her as their little miracle. Vicky White has the story.
Sophie Wakelin is now a picture of health, but when she was born prematurely, it was a very different story. Her parents were told to prepare for the worst. She was suffering from a diaphragmatic hernia and was only expected to live 10 minutes. She weighed just 3 pounds and 7 ounces.
She didn't actually have any diaphragm, or very little, so there was a large hole in it which made all the organs that should be below the diaphragm, like your stomach and your liver, small and large bowel and everything, they'd gone up through the hole into a chest, which was pressing on her lungs, so her lungs couldn't actually form properly.
After 5 weeks on a ventilator, Sophie was strong enough to be operated on. It was a 3-hour procedure which corrected the hernia. Her diaphragm was repaired with a Gore-Tex patch that will remain in place.
Sophie was born 11 weeks early in May. She was so poorly her parents couldn't hold her for the first 7 weeks. She eventually came home in August.
Sophie is now making good progress and is expected to come off her oxygen within the next few months.
When they said we could first bring her home, like I say, I just didn't think we would ever be bringing her home. And I can't thank the doctors and nurses at the hospitals enough for everything they've done for her.
I'm just glad, yeah, I'm just glad it's been a nightmare, to be honest, like, just hospital all the time, it's unbelievable.
Being told their baby had little chance of surviving was heartbreaking, but Sophie's proved she's a fighter, and now the little miracle is looking forward to a healthy future.
Vicky White reporting. Isn't
So
she just
cute.
gorgeous?
Adorable
Gorgeous.
little baby.
We wish Sophie all the very best for the future. But now,
Imagine being told that your child would only have minutes to live after she was born. Well, that's exactly what happened to a couple from Doncaster whose baby girl was born prematurely and with a rare breathing disorder.
But we're delighted to say that baby Sophie has survived and is now nearly 1. Ian Bucknell went to meet the family.
All the doctors kept coming up to me and saying, look, don't get your hopes up, she's going to be a really sick baby.
I used to come after work and we used to sit outside of her incubator and there's like hundreds of tubes on her and machines beeping away.
I wanted to buy stuff, but I didn't because we didn't know if she was going to survive.
When little Sophie Wakelin was born, her parents were told she had just 10 minutes to live. 10 months later, she's still alive, still fighting.
I'm just over the moon and like grateful to all the nurses and doctors who did anything to look after her.
We just hoped for the best and everything's turned out well, so she's doing well, yeah. Just glad to get her home.
Sophie had a rare condition that meant her internal organs were crushed up, making it hard for her to breathe. It was discovered before she was born, and doctors suggested it might be necessary to terminate.
I just thought, why am I possibly going to have a termination? And especially at 5 months when you can actually feel her kicking, and I just thought, there's no way I can get rid of her, not at all.
At home in Rossington, Sophie still has trouble breathing and needs a constant supply of oxygen to keep her alive. It's hard work for Mum and Dad to keep up with her medical needs.
I mean, when we first come home, we couldn't leave her for a minute, could we? We were worrying about her prongs coming out of her nose, because she was always grabbing them and pulling them out as it is, and you know, every 2 minutes you're checking in Moses' basket, make sure she's still got her prongs in.
But Sophie's lungs should soon be strong enough for her to breathe without the oxygen tank, and her Mum and Dad have plans for when that day comes.
I can take her out and stuff and do stuff all together as a family.
Go on holiday.
Yeah,
Can't wait to go on holiday.
Have a bit of a break, yeah.
And don't they, of all people, deserve one? Ian Bucknell, BBC Look North, Doncaster.
true miracle if ever we brought you one. Now stay with us before 7 o'clock tonight.
Yeah,